Eastern America here, Eastern America here. Please subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell. So we're getting ready for our trip to Asia. We're talking about all this stuff, trying to get organized. So just a few things that I thought we would talk about today. So we got our flight tickets, but now we got to board the airplane. Let's look at what's going on out here. Passengers, since COVID and even now, are rude. They're impolite. They may have been way back in the day. I really never noticed when I was much younger, but these people will cut in front of you. They'll walk over you in the aisles of the aircraft, and they will shove your luggage in the overhead bin to the side and pack their stuff in. So if you got breakables, try to carry them under your seat. That's my recommendation. If you got anything breakable, keep an eye. Try to put your luggage somewhere where you can see it. Believe it or not, you would think those overhead bins are designed for specifically the seats that are below. But guess what? There is no assigned overhead bins to the seats that you're with. So a lot of people, as soon as they get on, especially they board before you, they either put their luggage usually in the front of the cabin somewhere, a few seats forward, or they put it in the back. And they're rude. And let me explain rudeness. These people do not carry regulation carry-on bags. Many and potentially most do not carry the regulation overhead bin bags. Eastern Mom and I have regulation. They fit in the demo thing that you can slide in. So they're trying to avoid check luggage fees. So they bring their checked luggage on the plane. Another thing we should talk about is being too close to the gate. Too close to the gate, you're going to hear announcements that the plane is heavy, they cannot take all the carry-on luggage, and that they're looking for volunteers to check their luggage. Well, if you're too close to the gate, guess what? Yes, you're going to get drafted, and they're going to take your luggage and put it in the check luggage. And usually they charge nothing for that. They'll tell you it's free. So if you got one of those monster bags that are not regulation, if you were the right kind of person, you would volunteer to get your free checked luggage ticket and let them check that luggage. But here's the problem. You check your luggage, you're going to be longer going out of security or to the carousels or whatever to get your luggage. So going back in security, I don't know. You may have a onward transfer, in the terminal and not have to go outside security being a carry-on kind of guy. But luggage takes time. They got to get it deplaned, and then they got to get it in the luggage. And it can take a while. And then sometimes people grabbing other people's bags. Yes, it goes on with luggage. People grab other people's stuff. There are homeless people at JFK. That's a known issue. And these people can be in the arrival section, in the baggage area, stealing your luggage. Yes, they do. They camp out in there. They got better security last time I was there. So I'm just telling you, there's a lot of games going on in the airports. All right, then here's another one, and you've seen it on the on YouTube. I'm sure I'm exaggerating here, but half the people you're flying with are psycho, schizophrenic, freaking crazy people. So no jokes. Don't be talking to fellow passengers on the aircraft. First thing you know, somebody said you said something offensive and that they need to deplane you. So here you are, perfectly innocent guy who's not starting trouble, or woman, and they're telling you to deplane the aircraft because you have threatened someone. If someone grabs your seat, do not be alarmed. Go to the back. Usually there's at least one steward or stewardess in the back, and let them know, or if you're closer to forward, let them know that someone's got your seat. Don't try to, you might mention it one time as a soft pass, but if they go no, or whatever, they refuse to move. Don't antagonize the situation. Don't be a part of the problem. Let the steward know, hey, I taught this guy. He's sitting in my seat. He refuses to move. And you get some strange people that offer to swap seats, like a family of 3 got to be together for some reason. It's up to you, I think I did move one time. Yeah, I did. I offered to move one time, though. The wife and the kid was next to me, but he told me not to worry about it. And there were like 3 on that side. So it's a fairly big family. It was family of 5, I think. 3, 2, 3. Yeah, family of 5. And but I there's a lot of stress on these planes. Everyone comes from different backgrounds, and people paying higher premiums than the other, and some people are struggling as it is, like I am. So anyway, those are some tips. I got some dry eye today. So I think those are the 3 big ones I'm thinking of. I talked about self-transfers. Watch out. That's like planes, trains, and automobiles. You got to run through the... Okay, got it. Okay, final point I wanted to make is mask. COVID is over. Eastern America here again. Please subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell. But COVID is over with now. We know that. It's 2025. The date of this recording is June 28th. It's Saturday. But it might be good to wear a mask on these planes, the old COVID mask. I got on the last flight, and I did think about it. I had no mask, but we've learned a lot from that COVID thing, and someone could have TB, tuberculosis, that's like a respiratory disease, and I know they're saying they got this HEPA filters or whatever they call it, and it takes the stuff out of the cabin or whatever, but last time I checked, the air is blowing down, and there's air circulating around there. I got on a China Eastern Airlines way back, pre-COVID, and I noticed they had the blinds down. They told us to keep the blinds down. This was while we were on the runway, and we kept them down the whole flight. They told us to keep them down, and then we landed in China, and just for transfer, Shanghai. I was going to the Philippines at the time, and what was amazing was they lifted up a lot of people lifted the blinds, to look and stuff, and there was stuff floating around. It was a filthy aircraft. There was dust floating. I mean, I'm not joking. You could see it. I mean, they might have had pigs on that plane, and the seats were fabric. They were fabric seats. That probably contributed all the dust. And so I'm just telling you, all this dust is on these planes. I mean, I don't know how clean they are. They don't... I don't even know if they have time to clean them so well. Sometimes I drop the tray, and you will see little marks from someone had eaten before, and just a smear of maybe some chocolate or something. Nothing catastrophic. And I have seen people actually pull out wet wipes and start wiping down the tray. They bring their wet wipes with them in their pocketbook, some woman or whatever, and they wipe down. They start sanitizing everything. And of course, most of the seats seem to be leather now. I think it's been a minute, but I would say we're going to try wearing masks, COVID masks, just to keep the dust. If there's floating debris, I know it's not 100% for probably TB. If TB was floating around the plane, but I would like to know that. I would feel better if we knew we survived. Epidemic on the plane a pandemic on the plane where everybody got TB and we didn't have it. So I think the mask idea is a good idea. Like I said, I got a little dry eye today. Okay, those are all my tips for today. I think I've covered most everything. We talked about this stuff. We talked about luggage and talked about carry-ons, and we talked about behavior on the airplane. And talked about the mask, and I probably talked about something else. Okay, Eastern America here. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification bell. I much appreciate you. Bye for now.